So you want to raise? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this video today. Hi, I am Joe from Pictoria. Thanks for watching. I have to say this is not financial advice, just my opinion on things that happen when you ask for a raise and my experience. So hopefully this will help you. There really are only 3 or 4 ways to get a raise in the corporate work environment. Now, if you work for a small mom and pop shop, maybe a donut store, or maybe a tow truck company, a really small organization, you could go to the boss and say, "Hey boss, I'd like to have me a raise, please." And the boss would say, "Yeah, I'll get back to you later," and maybe it would never happen. But in this video, what I'm going to talk about is how things work in the corporate environment based on my experience. I have asked for raises in the past, but I've stopped asking years ago, and here's why. So in the corporate environment, if you ask for a raise, typically you have a manager and there's a budget for that department and everything's kind of nailed down, and then your manager has to go to his or her manager and get approval for the raise, and then it has to go up even further, and by that time someone asks, well, who is this person and what are they doing for us and how much are they making now? And it kind of takes a long time to actually get a raise in the corporate work environment, much of the time in general. So really it's an inefficient process. So if you're sort of in a role and you don't feel that you're being paid enough, or heaven forbid you found out that the person who's doing the same job next to you is making more than you, and there's all these drama and psychological things, that's not good. I don't want you to be involved in that. But so you can ask for a raise. You can go to your boss and say, "Hey, I would like a raise, please." But you're probably going to get a small raise based on that, because you might be in a band or a tier, what they call, and there's only a certain amount of money you can get at your level. So the second way to get a raise in the same organization, of course, is to get promoted. So oftentimes with a promotion, there's a higher pay band and you get more money. So instead of asking for a raise, you might think, well, I'm going to ask for a promotion. And then with the promotion comes more money. Of course, with the promotion comes more responsibility, and across the board, all of these ideas that I'm giving you, you need to remember that someone's paying you to do a job. And even though you feel you want more money, of course, that's great, you need to be worth it. I mean, honestly, you need to be worth it. I mean, think about you buying something from someone or paying someone to do something for you. Paint your house or paint your car or put an addition on the back of your house, or anything that you would pay someone for. You're holding them to delivering the value. So it's not that much different in the corporate work environment. So that's the second way to get a raise, is not so much think about getting a raise as think about getting a promotion. Okay, the third way to get a raise is to leave the company. And interestingly enough, I recently heard some statistics about how long people stay at companies in the corporate work environment. And it's about a year to 16 months. I mean, it's not that long. So that ties into a lot of things like your 401k contribution, whether or not you're building up seniority, how much vacation time you get. All of these things are benefits and part of the overall compensation that you're getting. But the way people are making more money is to stay at a job a year and leave, because you can roll that experience into a higher paying job somewhere else. It's just a fact of how things work in the corporate world. So that's the third way to get a raise, is leave the company for more money. That's kind of sketchy, because you may end up at a company that you don't like. You may end up in a job that you don't like. That company could be acquired and you could get laid off. So this all ties back to, you really have to be a good corporate citizen where you are in case things go bad and you need to go backwards. You always want to have a welcoming group of people that you left behind in case you need to go back to them. Okay. The fourth way to get a raise, and really this is what this series is all about, this helping you with your career, is to start your own gig. Do your own thing. Be your own boss. That way you'll know how much you're getting paid. You'll put extra time and effort into it, and you'll get paid whatever you do from your clients. And if your company is successful and it grows, you'll also be able to see this from the other side of it, where you'll have employees who may come to you and ask you for a raise. And then you'll be in the situation where you think about, oh, budget and how much can I afford, and I don't want to lose this person, and I trained them up and all this stuff. So that's really the fourth way to get a raise, is to start your own company. But as you know, if you've been following along here, for young people, I recommend that you get into the corporate workforce and stay like 5 years. Learn as much about business as you can learn. And I've said it before, business is in the business of being in business, and what that business is, the business of making money, right? So that's really what it's all about. So when you're asking for a raise, that's money coming off the top line, off the profit for someone else. So you really need to make sure that you add that much value. And then, of course, if you get a raise, please don't be frivolous with it. Save that money, invest it so that you can retire, and then your money's making money in your own business again. That's what it's all tying into. So really, those are the 4 ways to ask for a raise. Now, if you're in a position where someone says something to you, Mary Beth's husband does the same job as you and he makes a lot more money. Oh God. Okay, well, so that's a weight on you that you don't really need. So you need to be careful with that, like getting a raise and risking what you have just to make outside forces feel better about what you're doing. So you need to be careful with that. But you need to plan your own career path. You need to look at the market, what the market is paying for the kinds of things that you're doing. There is a range there. You can figure that out. And if you feel you're getting paid what you're worth in that role, then you should start thinking about the next step in your career, which is a promotion, and by default, you should be getting more money there too. Okay, so this whole thing ties into money, and I see that some of my money videos or something that has to do with finances or something like that are getting a lot of views. So clearly people are interested. So I wanted to share my background and my knowledge there for asking for a raise. Like I said, when I was younger, I asked for a raise a couple times, did not go well. And I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, why is it so difficult for them to give me more money? And as I went through my career, I realized, well, there's a structure up above me that needs to approve it and all that stuff. The other thing you need to think about when you're getting paid and asking for a raise is, do you want to be paid your raise in dollar amount or a percentage, right? So let's say you're making $50,000 and you in your brain want $5,000 more. Well, that's a 10% raise. That's big. That's not what they're giving out at merit raises. Merit raises like 1%, 2%, 3% if you're lucky. So $5,000 beyond 50,000 is a significant raise percentage-wise, right? So you need to think about that and be able to argue the case that, let's not talk about percent. Am I worth the money that I'm asking for? That's the kind of conversation you want to have. All right. So there's not much more to say about this. I hope that helps you. If you want to raise, be of the mind to get a promotion or do your own thing. You can start your own gig outside of your full-time job, and then start your own company, and you'll have gobs and gobs and gobs of cash, right? So because I believe in you and I know you can do it. All right, this is a short video today. That's pretty much all I have to say on getting a raise. I'm very interested in hearing your thoughts. Have you asked for a raise in the past? Has it worked out for you? What strategy did you use? After you got the raise, did you end up staying at the company long term? Or did you leave, which would be a symptom of, well, you just weren't happy to begin with. So, and give us a sense of what you did with that money that you got for a raise. Did you need it just to survive? Or did you take part of it and invest it in your 401k or some other investment vehicle that would work in your benefit as you move forward? All right, Joe from Vox Pictoria, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to everyone who's subscribed to this channel. So grateful to everyone who's liked the videos. Thank you so much. I'm here. I'll keep going. This is a whole corporate career series for you. Hope it helps. And keep an eye out for some other things that are coming up in the channel that I'm working on. Thank you so much. Be careful. Be smart. Take care of yourself. Take care of other people. Hey, without us, how's the world going to survive, right? Thanks. Bye.